Welcome back. Today I want to talk about this Glock 17 Gen 4 with this flux defense pistol brace and sort of forward grip. We'll talk about that in a minute. This isn't actually legally a grip, but iffy. Anyway, I just want to talk about this build that I've done. Show you a little bit closer. Um, we do have a Vortex Venom as a red dot on the top here. You can go ahead and make fun of me for this horrific mounting plate I have on it. I don't really have enough money right now to get this milled and cut out or even to replace it. Honestly, I was actually going to wait to maybe do this video until I could get this optic cut, but this is just temporary until we get something nicer. However, let's talk about this flux defense pistol brace a little bit. The flux defense pistol brace is really just a brace that pops out and allows you to brace this, give you a little bit more of a stable shooting platform. The pistol brace itself is actually pretty decent quality, I would say. It works pretty well. You see you have your little lever on this side that releases, kind of jiggles around a little bit when it's fully extended. However, when it's in, it still moves a little, but not as much. Honestly, I kind of like this pistol brace, but it's a little gimmicky. There's not really much actual use for this, at least in the civilian world. This pistol brace and this sort of flashlight knot grip is sort of adds too much weight and too much bulk for this to be useful in any kind of competition application. Fun range toy, sure. I actually can't really think of much real good use for this pistol brace. To be honest, I just put it on this for fun mostly. This is just mostly a fun build. But honestly, I can't really think of a lot of actual useful things for this. It really just adds a lot of bulk and weight to the pistol. Now you might say it doesn't really add that much weight. Sure, the brace itself does not. This forward grip part, however, actually does add quite a bit. When you have two of these 17-round magazines loaded in this pistol, it does actually add quite a bit of weight. Now that could be a good shooting platform if this was perhaps a select fire Glock, but unfortunately it's not. And this forward flashlight mag holder kind of extends even these flesh-fitting 17-round magazines a little bit too far low, as you can see. Just so you know that this is a flesh-fitting magazine. It does fit all the way. Again, having two magazines in here does add quite a bit of weight. Honestly, if you want to get the pistol brace, I'd actually say probably get it without this forward part, unless if you really want it. One of the nice things about the Flux Defense is they do actually make two different holsters. One holster that houses this flash mag holder, and another one without this on that will just house the Flux Defense brace. I actually have one for the flash mag right here, as you can see. Fits in, holds pretty well, it's pretty solid. On the opposite side, you have this big meaty button that you can hit pretty easily. Not very smooth, but it holds it in here actually surprisingly pretty well. This will not work without this flash mag holder because this holster hooks in right in this area. Now it doesn't actually push down enough to actually hit the button right here, which that is for your flashlight. Oh, I think my battery died. That is for the flashlight. The nice thing about the flashlight is the batteries are rechargeable. You just put it. I don't have the charging cable, but the charging cable hooks up back here, and you just plug it into a wall or a computer or whatever USB port you have. And that part in there is where it hooks in to the flash mag holder. So the mag holder, or the holster, is actually pretty good, pretty decent, not terrible. Again though, it just adds quite a lot of bulk to this pistol. Honestly, the Glock 17 is a pretty beefy pistol without all of this added on, and really, I could actually see maybe law enforcement or military use for this setup. I actually think that this could be a decent setup maybe for like a backup. And that is if you are making this into a select fire. If you're not making this into a select fire, you really don't need a lot on a semi-automatic pistol like this. There's already quite a bit enough weight to it to make it steady enough to fire it consistently. But I imagine maybe law enforcement or military application, this could be a pretty good double as a secondary sort of submachine gun setup that's easily holstered. There's plenty of great submachine guns out there, but many of them you can't holster, and this one you could. Makes for a nice small package. However, there's another problem that comes to that, and that is magazines. If you wanted to use this as a select fire or fully automatic, you're probably going to want to have bigger magazines because you're going to run through ammo very quickly if you're just using these tiny 17 round magazines. So you probably want to use something like a 33 round, like these. However, as you can see, that adds quite a lot of bulk, even with the front mag holder. Bit too much to actually carry around. Maybe doable with one in and maybe just a 17 round magazine in the forward part. I can maybe understand, but both of these fully loaded are going to add way too much weight. You know, that's stuck in there pretty well. That might be a little bit doable. Now, maybe using this as a home defense, maybe something you have by your bedside, or maybe even in your truck or car. Could be doable, could be usable. It does have the flashlight on here, so that make it for maybe a decent little bump in the night firearm. One thing though to note, that when the pistol brace pops out, it makes quite a bit of noise. And you could try and muffle that by holding it and pushing down and slowly pulling it out. If there was a burglar to break into your house, you may not want to make that loud ping coming down the stairs. But all in all, I'd say that the brace actually works pretty well. It's pretty reliable. I do think that one of the best things you can do for a pistol such as this is really just adding a red dot. Going to do a review probably just on the Vortex here in the future by itself. I want to do a little bit more testing. I might take it off and throw it on my AR. Now the dot is a lot more clear. The camera doesn't like to pick it up very well, but it's a lot more fine point than what you see. And again, apologize for the horrible looking mounting plate. That just really makes the pistol look ugly. I am probably going to switch out this slide or maybe get it cut, optic cut for this pistol. You might also notice the barrel. I have an extended barrel with some port cuts. This is the Wolf barrel. I can't remember the exact name of it. Doesn't really add too much accuracy. Just kind of threw it on there just to test it out and see how I like it. Had it on there for about 2-3 years now. Really not that much over the Glock factory barrel. Honestly, you're probably better off just sticking with the actual Glock factory barrel, but it does add a little bit of flair to it. Again, this is just kind of a fun build. It's nothing too serious. However, if you want to get into the flux defense pistol braces, I'd actually suggest maybe looking at in the Sig Sauer setup that Flux Defense offers. I haven't tested that one out yet, but it looks like it might be a little bit nicer of a setup than this. I'm not entirely sure, but if I get my hands on one, I will definitely do a video for you and put it up against this one. Anyway, that is really all I have to say about the Flux Defense. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.